How would it feel to know that your heart was safe in a bulletproof relationship that was crazy fun, friendship and love and romance all combined, something solid to build a future on, and something that feels like home? I'm going to show you exactly how to create that. But first, I want to share a secret with you that a lot of women do not know. And really understanding this and believing it and acting on it can mean the difference between having your true soulmate in your life now and being alone. So here is the secret. It doesn't matter whether it was 5 days ago or 5 years ago. Your ex is still in your energy. And if he's still in your energy, then two things are happening. Number one, he is still calling the shots because your past relationship with him and the breakup wounds that you endured and suffered as a result of that breakup with him, all of that is still coloring how you look at dating, how you look at men, how you look at relationships, how you look at sex, how safe you feel with men, all of that in the present time. And number two, he's keeping you single because if he's still in your energy, there's no room for anyone new to come in. So if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about, right? And I want you to ask yourself these questions and answer really honestly, okay? Are you secretly cyberstalking your ex on Instagram or Facebook? You can tell the truth because it's just you and me, and I'm not going to tell anybody. Do you secretly want your ex back and you're too ashamed or embarrassed to admit it to anyone? Or do you still feel emotional pain over your breakup, even though it was years ago? Are you numbing your feelings about love and dating through meaningless sex or emotional eating or drowning your feelings in Merlot? And do you blame yourself for ignoring the red flags in the relationship or in many of your relationships in the past and feel like you really can't trust your own judgment anymore when it comes to love and dating and men? Do you pretend to be okay with being alone because you expect it to happen anyway? Or do you cling really tightly to someone to avoid being alone? And do you still, to this day, try to figure out, even if the breakup was a long time ago, are you still trying to figure out why he never fully committed to you or chose you or appreciated you, and you're secretly wondering what it was about you that made him leave? And lastly, are you so afraid, deep down, so terrified of being cheated on again, being abandoned again, not being chosen again, and just repeating this pattern forever and ever? If you answered yes to any of these things, I want you to know something. There is nothing wrong with you. Many, many women feel the same way that you feel, and this can be healed. I'm Carissa Montooth. I'm a love and dating coach. I'm the creator of Date with Confidence and the Soul Love Society. And I have not only overcome my own heartache and married my dream guy, but I have helped hundreds of other women, smart, heart-centered, spiritually minded women just like you, to leave the pain of a breakup behind and to become magnetic to new love in their lives. My favorite nickname from my clients is the fairy godmother of love, which was given to me by a client who told me that every time we talk, she always gets a call or a text or an email from a man within an hour of her session with me. So now, how would you like to heal your breakup, clear your ex out of your energy, and become magnetic to new love? Without reading tons of self-help books, without spending hours in therapy, without drowning your feelings in Merlot. What would it feel like to finally have that partner who cherishes you, commits to you, is passionate about you, has eyes for no one in the world but you, and thinks that you are the most gorgeous, sexiest creature on the face of this earth? I want to introduce you to the Overnight Heartache Cure. Now, with the Overnight Heartache Cure, you will repair the damage to your heart and your confidence. You will stop the endless cycle of questions and obsessive thoughts about your ex. You will restore your faith in love, and you will start attracting commitment-minded, emotionally mature men. And best of all, you will feel like your strong, sexy, vibrant, powerful self again. If you suffered through the heartbreak and the pain that I did and that my clients did when their relationships ended, then you might be willing to pay $300, $400, $500 for something like this that like some self-help guru creates for you. But there's nothing like this in the world, and you won't pay that for this. So stick around and I will show you how and why this is the super low price that it is. But first, let me tell you about these awesome bonuses. You're going to get the Breakup Wounds Masterclass, and this is where you will learn exactly which breakup wounds you have so that you can heal them. And this includes over 6 hours of transformational healing insight so that you can get those aha moments and breakthroughs and answer those questions that you've been asking yourself over and over and over again since the breakup. Like, why didn't he choose me? Why didn't he commit to me? What is it about me that made him not commit to me? Why was it so much easier for him to move on than it was for me? You will answer all of those questions with this Breakup Wounds Masterclass, plus you will get concrete healing hacks to help you heal those wounds and shift quickly into an energy that is much more powerful and magnetic for love. You will also get the Love List Intensive, which is my masterclass where you will learn my proven 4-part strategy for manifesting your soulmate through the law of attraction using a love list. And speaking of the law of attraction, you will get my 7 law of attraction dating hacks to attract your marriage-minded man masterclass. And finally, you will get my Is He a Keeper masterclass where you will learn the 3 signs that a man is marriage material and commitment-minded. That is on top of the 5 overnight healing audios, the overnight heartache cure workbook, and the 5 breakup wound intro videos. So we're talking about $400 worth of love life transforming bonus content, and the entire thing is now worth $500 at least, right? I could easily sell it for that, but I'm not going to. And the reason why is that I don't want you to struggle and suffer through this unnecessarily long and painful healing process that I went through and that so many other women go through when they have a breakup and they're trying to move past that and attract new love. And I especially don't want you to miss out on a solution that is going to bring you out of pain, relieve you from pain because of money. So I'm offering all of this to you for the super low affordable price of $49. Only $49 for the overnight heartache cure and all of the bonuses. Plus, I am guaranteeing that you will feel better when you use this program, or I will give you 100% of your money back. So there is no risk for you. It's a 100% money back guarantee for you. No risk. So here is what some of the women who have used my Love Life healing audios in the past have to say. So Janalee says, I was so frustrated with my love life. I hadn't had a date in a number of years. I was ready for a change. I thought I would be a tough case because I had a lot of anger and resentment about love. I had lots of negative thoughts that were repeating over and over, and I was just taking them for fact. But when we did the clearing, I noticed that the thoughts weren't there anymore. They disappeared. It was as if I had never thought them before. That was a huge shift for me. I saw the biggest transformation when we started to clear those blocks. I'm dating someone now and it's so great. It's been 4 years since my last relationship and I didn't think it could happen again. It feels really good. Leslie says, I feel lighter. She says, Carissa's healing audios have made a huge impact in my life. There have been mornings I woke up after listening to it and I knew my blocks were cleared and I felt lighter. When I've had a day when I feel like my heart isn't where I want it, I listen to the meditation and the next day I feel like I have the tools I needed. I'm remembering my dreams and I haven't done that in around 20 years. Danielle says, I am so glad I've incorporated Carissa's love healing audios into my sleep routine. Normally, it's very hard for me to stop my mind from racing and to settle down. Since I've been listening to the meditations, I find it so easy to relax because I just focus on the sounds. I've never slept better, and I feel like a woman of value, much stronger. I don't feel insecure anymore, and that was big for me. This meditation has been so impactful, and I am so grateful. And Rebecca says, the love healing audios have been such a great tool. I listen to them as I fall asleep, and within days of starting it, I began noticing shifts in my thoughts. I went from thinking myself unworthy and less than to feeling worthy, beautiful, open to love, as well as feeling full of self-love. So, here is the thing. I have helped I've had the honor of helping hundreds of women, and I'm using these same methods that you're going to find in the overnight heartache cure that I'm sharing with you today. And here's what some other women have to say about my methods. Now, Amanda says, she says this in a post, "Ladies, I wanted to share some of the fruits of my labor, which is the private work I've done with Carissa Ford Montooth as a client of hers. Of course, anytime I talk to Carissa, I feel like I've just had my fairy godmother wave a wand over my head because I always get a text, call, invite, etc. from a man within the hour. I had a date on Tuesday. Yes, the hunky and kind-eyed man that I've co-created work things with for over a year, finally got the courage to ask me out for drinks." Jasmine says, Jasmine got engaged, and she says, "I've given so much in the past and often given too much. Carissa supported me in being able to believe in love again and walk the journey to meet my soulmate." Sarah's boyfriend moved across country to be with her, and not to move in with her. He moved across country, got his own apartment to be close to her. Now she says, "I'm such a workaholic and jaded from past relationships, but I did what Carissa told me to do, and 2 days later I met a guy who embodied everything I wanted. A month later he moved from New York to be here with me." And Janalee says, her new boyfriend matches everything on her love list. Now this is later on after she's, because she also was telling us about, this last relationship, but she says something else. She says, "He's doing well financially, he's in charge of his life, and he's not at all the player type. All I want to say is thanks. I was so discouraged, and I never really thought it was possible." So, this is what happens. It doesn't matter whether you are a single mom who's used to doing everything on your own. It doesn't matter whether you are a workaholic and you're used to being in your masculine energy a lot for your career, and so you're worried about intimidating men. It doesn't matter. Please know that this can work for you. And it's worked for so many different women. It can work for you. And again, if you are not satisfied and you don't see changes, you can literally get 100% of your money back. So there is no risk to you. And now is the time. Now is your time for love. Now is your time for healing. Not some distant time in the future, not as soon as. Now is the time for love for you. So, the clock is ticking on the offer. You can see that here on the page, and I want to just share with you that it really breaks my heart to see the women who wait and then lose out on the offer and then email me after the fact, because once the offer is gone, it is gone, and there are no exceptions. So act now. Click that big green button and get started right now. You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I will see you on the inside.